Toastmasters, guests. What is leadership? Dictionary.com defines leadership as the ability to lead. Also a bit short, doesn't it? Wikipedia has a definition that is organizing a group of people to achieve a common goal. Personally, I like to think of leadership as the traits and characteristics of a leader that can be learned through observation, application, and practice. Where do you find leadership? Find it in the boardroom, in corporations, sports teams. I've come to find that you also find it everywhere. From parents teaching their children right from wrong, to co-workers who are managing a project or a team, and right here in Toastmasters. Most of us join Toastmasters to become better speakers. And Toastmasters certainly helps with that. It also teaches us how to become better leaders. Now, how many of you are familiar with this manual? It's a Competent Leader Manual. It comes in tandem with our Competent Communicator Manual. It seems most of us spend most of our attention on this guy, while this one seems to be like that poor red-headed stepchild we just brushed aside. Being an effective communicator is a large part of being a good leader. Leaders must communicate a vision, including the tasks, the ideas, and the details. Leaders need to get their followers to buy in. They need to make connections with the people that are leading. And this Competent Leadership Manual actually helps us to run our meetings week to week. Most of the roles you find in this manual are roles that each one of us fulfills at our weekly meetings. We have the Toastmaster, who leads the meeting. We have an evaluator, who critiques and offers encouragement and constructive criticism to speakers. In Toastmasters, we also have committees that allow our club to operate at a higher level. These committees put on membership drives, speech contests, PR campaigns, and special events. Serving on a committee and chairing a committee is a task in the Competent Leader Manual. We also have elected officers that guide our club and give it direction. Serving a 6-month officer role fulfills a task in the Competent Leader Manual. And in fact, it fulfills a task in the Advanced Communicator Bronze Award. And I encourage you to start thinking of officer nominations as our club will be having our elections in the near future. And last but not least, there is the High Performance Leadership Project. This is a project for the Advanced Leader Silver Award. It's a project that requires a committee, and one of the tasks as a competent leader is to serve on that committee. And as an aside, Julio is currently working on his High Performance Leadership Award and is convening a steering committee to help him with that. We'll be meeting this morning, just after this meeting, if anyone's interested. So you can see that there are many ways to practice your leadership skills by using the Competent Leader Manual. And becoming a better leader takes just as much practice as becoming a better speaker. So I encourage you all to work on your leadership track. Now I have a little story to tell. I've never been one to consider myself a natural leader. I've been involved in team activities and sports teams as a kid. When I went to college, I eventually joined a fraternity. I took on some leadership tasks with that. I got involved in committees on the IFC, which is the governing body of fraternities on campuses. After college, I went to work for my national fraternity and actually facilitated leadership training. I got to participate in our flagship training program, a week-long leadership institute. But what's interesting is after I left the fraternity and I moved on to my computer job, I lacked that leadership track. My job was more of an individualized job that had very little leadership aspect to it. And really, for the last 15 years or so, I've been doing very little with leadership. And then I joined Toastmasters. Since I've joined Toastmasters, it's almost been like a switch has been flipped on. I've quickly worked my way through Competent Leader Manual. I've taken on a role as secretary for this club. I've chaired a successful membership drive with the University of Utah Toastmasters Club. I'm currently president of the Alumni Association for my fraternity in the state of Utah. I serve as a mentor for several of the officers of our colony at the University of Utah. I facilitated a regional leadership academy for some of the fraternity members in the western states. I've had the opportunity to participate in Ken Sherrar's Masterminds Leadership class. Thank you, Ken. And I've taken the initiative to start a brown bag leadership lunch series at my work. Well, some of the benefits that I've seen by practicing leadership have been that my life seems more organized. I'm more successful in all the different activities that I do. I'm more productive at work. And I've even been recognized at work for going above and beyond. I've gotten a raise, and I'm in line for a promotion, hopefully. So with the benefit of hindsight, I can look back and say that most, if not all of this, is a direct result of Toastmasters. So again, I encourage each of you to spend as much time on the leadership track as you do on the communicator track. Thank you.